Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What is going on, faithful? It is Saturday. We don't do a lot of the Saturday shows, but man, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little geeked out right now. I'm so pumped. Draft season is here, less than 2 weeks, and there's just so much fun little nuggets of wisdom and whatever that we can get out of this thing. I got to have it all. I got to have it all. And so this episode is going to be fun. This is something I've never done before, but I think that it's going to work well. Shout out to all the hashtag CCs. I'd love it. We are going to do an offensive only mock draft. What's up, Tommy? I know he says mock drafts are dumb. I'm glad you are here, buddy. At least you're consistent. Hashtag consistency. The whole idea is, look, the Niners have 11 picks in this draft. Will they use them all? I don't know. But guess what? There's 11 players that play on the field on offense. There's 11 players that play on the field on defense. So what I wanted to do is try to build a team, a full one side of the roster. Today's going to be an offensive episode. So again, I think that the whole purpose of this, I was driving in my car, thinking, just doing my whole, whatever I get up in my brain bucket. And it just like, okay, what's a different way we can view this draft from a best player available perspective? Because here's my issue. Whenever I'm looking at fits for the 49ers, we go through, we watch the film. Okay, this player fits Shanahan's scheme. Okay, cool. But then I go, man, you look at our wide receiver room or our guards or whatever, man, I'm not sure the Niners would pick this player because they have so many guys there. So what I wanted to do is just kind of, put everything kind of on its head, look at it from a different angle. And I think that this is going to give us a best player available type of mindset. So I'm not going to do any trades. But I'm going to fill a full offensive roster, 1 quarterback, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a running back, a flex spot, which we'll see how that goes. Fullback, wide receiver, tight end. We'll see how it falls. And then a full 5 offensive linemen. We've got 11 picks in this draft. So that's going to be the goal, which is interesting. And again, does this mean the 49ers are going to do this? No, absolutely not. But the value is one and fun. Come on, man. We're going to have a good time. But the value is best player available, which the Niners do very well late in the draft. And so once you get into rounds 5, 6, 7, that's where they just start saying, who's the highest player on our board? Who cares, right? You look at, you draft a running back in the 3rd round, but you still get Elijah Mitchell late because you were high on him. He beats him out, right? You draft a cornerback in the draft in the 3rd round, Ambry Thomas, but you still get another guy in Demo late because you were high on him too. Guess who won that one, right? So it kind of turns a little bit, this whole concept of drafting for need versus want and all those things on its head, which hopefully this will be good. Now, I also do have to see, and if you can see the thing scrolling at the bottom of the screen, the draft book is out. This year has been fun because I've done 8 of these, and this was the first time I wasn't working at least one other full-time job, and it was fun, man. The 49ers Rush draft book is out, or the Book of John, as Wade Breezy calls it. It's bonkers, and it's not just the draft profiles. That's really fun. 2 comps on every player. We did 294. We ranked 1 to 294. We created a NFL draft war room big board where you can see it horizontally. It's really, really cool. A lot of people keep sending me pictures. They printed it out and hung it up. And, the whole goal of this is to enhance your draft experience so that you have a good time. And if you're one of those people that's just like, man, I hate the draft, I'll wait till it's over. Well, guess what? That's there for you too. Niners draft somebody, it's going to be, later in the whatever. And you might not know much about them. Well, guess what? We do. We know what their major was, what their family's about. It's all included in there, plus a sortable Excel spreadsheet of every single combine workout number. So if you want to see who's got the best 3-cone that's over 6 foot tall, cornerback, you can see those things. Those are there. And I do also have to say, we will be live. Okay. Days 1 and 2 of the draft, nonstop, 49ers focused coverage right here on this channel. If you are one of our audio only listeners, I love you and I thank you, but join us live. That is the day to join us on YouTube. It's 49ers Rush. Type in John Chapman. You'll be able to pull us up easy, but that's there. So if you do want the draft book, that's over on our Patreon. Just patreon.com/49ers Rush podcast or 49ers and Patreon. Just Google that. It pulls up. And if you're cash strapped, I put this in the banner on the bottom. I put up a 7-day free trial. So you can go sign up, download all the goodies, all that stuff. And then and what we did add too, I added all the raw Excel spreadsheets. So you could take my rankings, all my work, and you can adjust it. So if you disagree with my stuff and you want to move a guy up or down or move them around, you can do that and create your own big board. I've done all the hard formatting for you. That's there. So fully customizable. It's all there for you. I think you guys will really enjoy it. We're getting a lot of positive feedback there. So, all right. Having said all those things, let's do this. We are going to be using this one. We're going to PFF. Now, there's lots of them out there. Right here, Oscar said, had a mock this past week on PFN. I drafted Hooker. Oh, the running back, Iba Kananda, and Mingo. That's interesting. Hooker's interesting. Hendon Hooker's interesting. And so, like, the questions of, man, quarterback, how early are you going to get him? That kind of, this experiment makes it a little bit more fun because, again, we're doing the full 7 rounds for the 49ers, but we have to build an entire roster. Okay. So which means I can only take one quarterback, but that's going to be there. All right. So we're going to start this draft. And again, if you're listening, I'm going to do my best to explain everything audibly. But if you are not listening, but if you're watching with us, you can see the names and all that stuff. And again, this is an all offense only. Okay. We're filling out a full 11-man offensive roster. Okay, so no defensive players. We're going to do a full defensive episode where we do the same thing. All right off the bat, Tank Dell has fallen. He is the best available according to Pro Football Focus. Scrolling down, Chandler Zavala, the guard. Again, we're just looking at offensive players, no matter who is available. So we're going to be looking across some fun ones. Let's see what quarterbacks are, because we got to look at quarterbacks. Jake Hayner's there. Stetson Bennett, Jared Hall. You got Dorian Thompson-Robinson's there. Not a bad spot to be. Wide receiver Tank Dell, I'm super high on him. I have a 2nd-round grade. His average draft position is 63. We're picking at 99 here. But, man, there are a lot of wide receivers, okay? There are a lot of wide receivers. Let's go check a look at the tight ends. Luke Schoonmaker's there. Josh Weil. Payne Durham. There are a lot of tight ends. Brenton Strange, he'd be my number 2 on this list. Josh Weil, you guys know how much I love him. He would be my number 1 there. Let's look at the running backs, because we kind of got to play this game. Roschon Johnson, the Longhorn, is probably my highest on this list, but man, there's a bunch. Kenny McIntosh, I love. Eric Gray from OU, I like a lot. So running back's going to be out of the question early, but now we got to go to the line. Now, here's one thing that I think is really important, because with this exercise, man, you got to draft 5 offensive linemen. You got to have 2 tackles, 2 guards, and a center. You got to. So we're going to be spending, a lot on this offensive line. So that's going to be interesting. It's that's going to be weird. Right here, I like this question, Klarzard. What's the highest we draft running back, John? Me personally, I'm fine taking one in the 5th, 6th, 7th. I don't mind one of those, not all those. 3rd round's too early for me, unless like somebody amazing falls. But to be honest with you, if I look at the running backs, if Jamar Gibbs or Devin Archain out of Texas A&M, Bijan Robinson's going in the first round. But those are the only 3 that I would be comfortable taking in the 3rd round. None of those guys are going to be there. They'll all be gone. They're all Bijan's going top 10. I'm telling you right now, he is. Jamar Gibbs, maybe first round. Archane, second round. Pure speed. If you want to go back to the old Kyle Shanahan speed running back, Raheem Mostert style, it's Devin Archane out of A&M. And again, I hate A&M with everything I have, but I have a 2nd round grade on him. So, like, that dude is, if you want pure speed that kills, that's the guy you want. But again, I'm definitely not trading up for one. I would not spend a 3rd round pick on one. I would not. Not in this draft. I do have 2 running backs with 3rd round grades, Tajay Spears out of Tulane, Zach Charbonnet out of UCLA. But again, even if they were there, there's so many more important positions. I am totally cool waiting. If they spent a 5th on a running back, I'd be all right with it. 6th, I feel better. 7th would be ideal, or an undrafted free agent. Running back room stout. Running back room is pretty stout, but I am of the mindset I don't mind drafting one every year, just late. Not early. Not early. I don't want to do that. All right, here we go. Oh, Dan, this is huge because we got to think about this. Where is Hunter going? Give me that juice red shirt. Yeah, you're talking about my man who I freaking love this guy. And, that's the fullback, Hunter Lepke out of North Dakota State. We got to fill the whole roster out, right? So do we go a fullback? Do we go 3 wide receivers? Do we go 2 tight ends? I've got a 6th round pick grade on Hunter Lepke. And if he's there in the 6th round, I'm telling you right now, I'm probably going to run the card in. So will he go in the 6th round? Only about 8 teams use him. But, man, that dude, he's a better receiving threat than Kyle Juszczyk, like already. Like he plays like a slot, which I'm excited about. Joel, all caps are okay. Hashtag CC, great to be with you, brother. JD, he's coming in as well. All right, so here we go. Let's jump in. Man, there are a lot of good tackles available. Nick Saldiveri, Carter Warren, I like a lot, man. Longest arms, dude. Incredible. He did get hurt last year. Braden Daniels, Ryan Hayes. Man, there's a lot of good tackles. Oh, there's a lot of good tackles available. It's going to be hard. The sexy pick is Tank Dell. No doubt. That's the value. That's the splash playmaker. But, man, this wide receiver draft is so deep. Interior guys. Juice Scruggs is there. Center. Chandler Zavala. I like him. Olawatimi out of Michigan. I like him a lot, too. There's some fun players here. So, I'm looking at this. Wide receiver is a big deal. If I'm looking at scarcity quarterback, because, man, you can go get Jake Haener. And this is about where I think he should go. It is the most important position. So my question to you guys, and I want you to throw this up in the chat, Jake Haener or Tank Dell, or is there another player that you saw that I mentioned that you'd be like, yeah, let's go get him. Let's go get him. Offensive tackle makes some sense here. I could do Braden Daniels. I could do Nick Saldiveri. Those are my 2 favorites from this one. I'm seeing wide receiver Matt Landers, Arkansas. Man, that dude does not fit what the Niners do at all. Tall, skinny burner. A lot of people like him. I know Croc likes him a lot. He's in Arkansas. He lives in Arkansas. So, but yeah, man, I'm seeing Matt Landers. I didn't even break down film on him. I've watched him. I know who he is. I know what he brings to the table. I don't know. I think that he applies to certain teams. I just don't think the Niners, I don't know. But that's not what we're doing here today. We're not doing this based on what we got. We're wiping the state. We're creating the best 11-man roster out of all this. Ooh, all in on Zavala here. We got an offensive tackle. Get a center, not a quarterback. Okay, look at this. Hugo saying 99 Tank, 101 Haener, or DTR. DTR, I think, is going to go later. 102 Daniels. I do like Zavala. I really do like Zavala. And, if let me just pull my write-up of him. I'm not as high on him as a lot of other players, but, man, it was so simple seeing just he played his best versus the best players. Offensive tackle, NC State, 6'5", 325, and just pass blocking, run blocking, does really everything. He's had some injuries, but he was a basketball player, all that stuff. It's just guard. It's just guard. It's just guard. So I want to get a tackle with one of these picks. So let's go ahead and pick. I'm going to give it to you guys. Okay. If I'm going off of my list, let me open up my war room, my big board here, which is such a fun, man. I have a really good time with this one. Okay, we got Braden Daniels, which I have as a guard tackle. He can play both. I have a 3rd round grade on him. I like Carter Warren, but this is a little too early for him. Nick Salvaderi, I have a 4th round grade on. Ryan Hayes, I've got a 5th round grade on. Braden Daniels is my highest player. There's no doubt on that. So, and you can play them everywhere. So if you go tackle late, because we got to draft 5 linemen. If we go 5, we could get 2 more tackles late and kick him inside. He's got positional versatility. So, man, somebody try to talk me out of Braden Daniels because I love this dude. What's up, Josh? I see you in the chat. And again, this is for those that are just joining us. We are building an 11-man offense off of this draft only. So we're only drafting offensive players, and we're just building an 11-man lineup. Braden Daniels, 6'4", 297, 0 sacks, 0 hits all year. Incredible. He's played everything. Double-digit starts at left tackle, double-digit starts at right tackle, double-digit starts at left guard. He does have short arms, so power teams are going to be out on him. He's only allowed 5 sacks his entire career. 0 last year. He's got over 1,400 pass blocking snaps. Joe Thuney is kind of my comp for him. He's a lot of fun. Is anybody talking me out of it? I'm seeing Take Daniels go best player. Take him. I love it. Okay, so I got to put this on my sheet. We've got our tackle. Now I'm putting him in at right tackle, Braden Daniels. That's our pick at 99. He can play anywhere. But we've got Braden Daniels. Let me go over here and make sure I do this right. Okay, here we go. Okay, got to keep track of this. Braden Daniels. Okay, there we go. And that was at 99. So that's at pick 99. So now, man, Tank Dell's still there. We've got 2 picks in a row. Tank Dell's got to be one of these picks. Like, right? I mean, the value's insane. I've got a 2nd round grade on him. The average draft position ADP is 63.4. We're picking at 101. I'm sorry. I'm taking Tank Dell. That's our number 1 wide receiver. And I know he's small. He's tiny. I don't care. That dude can play outside wide receiver. Amazing routes. Love it, love it, love it. Now, this is our last pick. We're not doing trades. We got to build a full 11. Is it time to take a quarterback, or do we want to wait? Again, the quarterbacks that are available, Jake Haener, Clayton Tune. I love Clayton Tune. Stetson Bennett, DTR, Aiden O'Connell, Malik, Jaron Hall, Tyson Badgett, and Max Duggan. We can wait. Jake Haener is clear. Well, hold on. Let me just be honest. Now, again, we're not picking again after this for a quite long time. I have a 4th round grade on Jake Haener. I have a 5th round grade on Tune, Bennett, and Hall. Like, Haener is by himself for me. Like, I really, really like him. I've got him as quarterback 7. People are saying wait. Again, we're just doing offensive only on this episode, Anthony. So we're no DTs. We're filling a full roster. We took Dell, and he should be gone. But Tank could fall because of the size. Some teams will not have him on their board. Some teams will not. But you look at the 49ers with the guy like Ray McLeod, like it makes sense. It makes sense. So Hall later. Wait, okay, I'm seeing wait. DTR, yeah, DTR is still there. I'm late on DTR. I like him a lot. I really, really do. But I have a 6th round grade on him, which I think is solid. So we're going to wait on quarterback. Okay, so we've got Braden Daniels, our right tackle. We've got Tank Dell. Running backs, I don't want to touch here. Tight ends, man, we could go interior offensive line. Tight ends, a lot of good tight ends there. I want to wait there because I think there's value later. I don't mind taking any of these guys at this point. If the 49, listen, and this is what's crazy about this draft. If you tell me the 49ers took any of these guys in the 3rd round, I would be, oh, that makes sense. Schoonmaker, cool, I like it. Davis Allen, I like it. Zach Kuntz. Oh, I don't like Zach Kuntz at all. That one I would not like. Josh Weil, love him. I love Josh Weil. Payne Durham, incredible. Will Mallory, awesome. Cameron Latu, a little too early. Marshawn Ford, way too early. Brenton Strange, cool. Like, there's guys for days. So I'm waiting on the tight end, even though I would take Josh Weil. I love Josh Weil so much. Let's look interior offensive line. Man, Juice Scruggs, I think it's early for him. Now, I'll say this. The center from Michigan, I feel like people love him or hate him. I love him. I think that he fits what the Niners do perfectly. I've got a second round grade on him. And man, whenever I watched the film, Wayne's a Michigan guy. He didn't like him. And so his film's not the most consistent, but man, I just see upside. 6'2", 309. I've got a rush crush on him. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. He did give up 4 sacks, but no hits. So the numbers weren't great. But man, you look at the strength, you look at the flexibility in the frame, he fits this new mold. If you like Aaron Banks, you're going to like this guy. Not an elite athlete, but man, principal's honor roll, all that stuff, transfer from Virginia. Ben Jones was my grade. Now, again, this is a third-round guy. I've got a late second on him, but this is a third-round guy. Like, you got to understand what you're getting from. And so, yeah, I think I want to do it. Trade the pick for the center in Kansas City. Dan, I love you, Dan. I do. You keep coming out with this Creed Humphrey. It breaks my heart, man. You know I love Creed. We all love Creed. So we're going center here, and we've got 2 options. Juice Scruggs, who the 49ers have met with, or Victor Oluwatimi. Those are our 2 options here. I want to go center. I think it's an important position. Now, just to put this into perspective, I'm not super high on Juice. I'm high on him. I've got a 4th round, 5th round grade on him. I've got a 2nd round grade on Victor. So yeah, I think, I'm seeing Timmy's a good fit. I like the center from Michigan. Yeah, there we go. It's your show. Take your crush. Man, we're democracy, baby. All right. We're going Victor Oluwatimi, the center. So we walked out of, man, I like that we went 2 offensive linemen. Oh, this is good. And so we took at 99 Brandon Daniels, we took Tank Dell at 101, and then we took the center out of Michigan, Victor Oluwatimi, 102. So we still got a lot of spots. We still got 3 offensive linemen, even though we went back to back. Oh, I like you, Purdue. Anthony, say Purdue wide receiver. I love that dude so much. So much. CA says all the weapons of the world don't matter if the O-line sucks. Well, we went 2 O-line picks early. I feel like we're doing all right. All right, now we're back on the clock. This is kind of the weird pick. Well, not necessarily. We got pick 155 now. Then we're up in 10 picks at 164. Then we're up in 10 picks again at 173. So now we have to a little bit strategically place some of these players. Let's start with the most important position, see who's left at quarterback. Jake Hayner is still there. Part of me almost says, I don't care anymore. I don't care what else is available. If Jake Hayner's still there, it's just too good of a pick, guys. And there's a lot of wide receivers. Yeah, Charlie Jones is there in the 5th round, but I love Raheem Jarrett. Niners met with Ronnie Bell twice. Like, right? There's a lot of cats there. And plus, we already have one. So I'm telling you right now, I don't care who's there. I'm sending in the card, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting our quarterback. We're taking Jake Hader, 155. We got our quarterback, baby. Jake Hader. This team, I ain't even mad right now. I ain't even mad. We got one of my favorite tackles. We got my favorite center. We got Tank Dell. We got Jake Hader. We good. We looking all right. So now we're back on 164. Let's check tight ends because I think some tight ends went off the clock. Nope. Nope. Schoonmaker, Allen, Weil, Durham, Mallory, Brent Strange, all there. All there. So we don't have to, we're not touching the tight end position right now. Trying to do best player available. Yeah, that's the whole goal of this. I feel like we're doing pretty good. Again, just this is an all offensive team only. We're filling up all 11 roster spots with this draft on an offensive only. Jake Hayner, Tank Dell, Oluwatimi, the center for Michigan, and Braden Daniels, the tackle. Those are the guys we've got currently. All right, let's go check out running backs. Let's see where that's at. Keaton Mitchell's there. A lot of people like this Chris Rodriguez guy. I was lower on him than other. Our fullback's still there, too early. Man, running backs got bad. Running back got bad. Running backs got bad. I don't know what else to say. We lost a lot of those guys. Now, if we're looking at this list, Cameron Peoples is my highest graded player. I love Cameron Peoples. Again, this is a rush crush Appalachian State running back. Just does everything well. Tough, tough, tough. He's making a roster whatever team he goes to. 5th round grade. That's what I have on him. So like that makes sense. But man, after him, I do not like this list. Keaton Mitchell, East Carolina. A lot of people really like him. I've got a 6th round grade on him. Evan Hull, I've got a 7th round. Chris Rodriguez, I put undrafted free agent. So the running backs are getting scarce. Does that mean we want to do that? I don't know. Roschon Johnson, I'm huge on. I've got a 4th round grade on him, but all my running backs are low. Like Roschon Johnson, that dude's incredible, man. I freaking love him. I've seen every play he's played since high school, so I'm biased. He's a Longhorn. But I love Roschon Johnson. All my running backs are low, though. So I have a 4th round grade on him. I think he's like running back. Man, he's my running back 6, and I've got a 4th round grade on him. Like I'm very, very high on him. All right, let's see here. Let's go check out our line. See, this is going to be the problem here. Is tackles are disappearing quick. Now, I really like Curtis McClendon out of Chattanooga. I like Richard Garage. I was really high on him out of Florida. He fits perfectly with what the Niners want to do. Ojukwu out of Boise State, but like it's getting bad over here. Connor Galvin, that's a late pick if we were to wait. Tackle's getting spotty. It's totally different trying to fill 11 of these guys. Oh, Antonio Maffei's there. He doesn't really fit with the Niners scheme at all. He's a big old boy, the guard from UCLA, but he was fun. He was fun. Let's see here. Nick Broker, I like him. Guard, Ole Miss. He fits with the Niners too. Caleb Chandler. We got some guys. Henry Bainaview out of Washington. Bainavalu. There we go. We got it. Pronouncing things is kind of not my jam. So options here. A lot of wide receivers, a lot of tight ends. We can go running back, Cameron Peoples, or we can go offensive tackle. Man, that's rough, guys. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. We're reaching if we go tackle here, right? This is pick 164. We're in the 5th round. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking it at all. I'm trying to look at my list and see where's Trevor Reed. Is he still on there? Trevor Reed might be my highest ranked tackle. Let me go to my write-up on him. It's funny whenever you do, 294 players and you watch them all and you do all that, and every player we got on there, we watched. They blend a little bit. Trevor Reed, Louisville, 6'5", 307. Really, really like him. 1-year starter. Best fit in zone schemes. Good foot quickness. Excels at beating opponents to the spot. High athletic upside. Cannot sustain or anchor. Loves to go for the kill with the 2-hand punch. A lot of energy. Way too high pad level. He was a 3-star recruit from the JUCO level before transferring. I think this is too early for him. I've got a 6th-round grade on him, but all the guys that I had higher grades on are gone. They're gone. The guys that are available right now, Richard Garage, I've got a 6th round. I have Trevor Reed and Richard Garage back to back. So if part of me says, we got to pick a 10, dude, the tackles are just scarce. You know what I mean? We got a center. So again, let's go back and again, just what we've got so far. We've got a right tackle. We've got a center. Braden Daniels, right tackle. We can move him to left. He can play anywhere. Victor Oluwatimi out of Michigan center. We've got Tank Dell at wide receiver, Jake Hayner. So we still need one wide receiver, one tight end, one running back. We have a flex spot, fullback, wide receiver, tight end. We still need one tackle and two guards. We don't have any guards. So the question is, I think we're going online here. Do we go tackle with one of these spots, or do we go guard and tackle with both of these spots? I feel like tackle's an absolute must. There's just nothing available. We're getting into bad grades. And this is what happens in the NFL too. Tackles go early. You know, the axioms of the draft and the logic is, look, quarterbacks, tackles, edge, shoot up draft boards. You'll hear people say like, oh, we had a 3rd round grade on them, but we had to get them there. Like this is exactly what happens. Other positions, safety, running back, off-ball linebacker, they freaking sink. Doesn't matter. Oh, we had a 3rd round grade on them, right? That's okay. It doesn't matter. So the question is this: Trevor Reed or Richard Garage for me. Let me read Richard Garage's. I liked him. I really did. Richard Garage. It's a soft G. He's from Florida, 6'4", 306. So identical player profiles as far as height and weight. Let's see. Zone scheme fits best. Good arm length, playing experience, good overall body mass, bad waist bender, inconsistent technique, no lateral agility, not a strong type player. Let's see here. Good, not great at the second level. At his best in pass pro. Whenever he gets his hands on defenders, it's over. Handled Missouri Isaiah McGuire in pass pro, but not in the run game, right? So you're kind of seeing what these guys are. 3-time SEC honor roll. Like, kid's smart. He's a perfect Niners fit. I like that. So, you know, again, I'm seeing running back. John, it sounds like we need to know now how mobile Hader is. Yeah. I mean, you're filling an entire offensive line with 3rd round or later picks. It's rough, right? It's not fun. So, man, and you know, this, I'm just going to be honest with you. You know, I do these. I'm gonna live true to my board, and I'm gonna go Trevor Reed, tackle Louisville. I got him one spot higher. They're similar, but at the end of the day, I'm taking them. So I'm taking Trevor Reed. We're gonna put him in there at our right tackle spot, which we could switch our tackles. I'm not too concerned about this. Pick 164. It's a little early, but I don't care. I'm taking them there. We've got 3 out of 5 of our linemen, and we are back on the clock. Now, we do not pick again for quite a while. Our next pick is 216. We're sitting here now at 173. So this is kind of the last chance to jump in and kind of like, what do we got? Because again, I'm seeing, what's up, Coach Cruz? I love it, man. We got CG Ruthless. Go check out his channel. He does great work. If you're just jumping in, this is an all offensive only roster draft. We're filling in all 11 starting spots with just rookies. So we've got Jake Hayner at quarterback, Tank Dell at wide receiver, Trevor Reed, left tackle Louisville, center Victor Oluwatimi out of Michigan, right tackle Braden Daniels. We still got to get 2 guards, 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Let's see here where we're at with the running back position. Most of those guys are still there. Cameron Peoples still there. All right, we're good there. Let's go look at tight end. A lot of guys, but this is kind of it. But man, well, I think one of these guys is going to fall. There's still Schoonmaker, Davis Allen, Josh Wild, Payne Durham, Will Mallory, Leonard Taylor, Brenton Strange. There's too many tight ends. I can't do it, guys. Can't do it. Let's go check out the wide receiver. Now, this is where we could get a playmaker. This is kind of where I'm feeling it, guys. Ronnie Bell sitting there. Dante Demas Jr., Bryce Ford Wheaton, Puka, I want to mess his name up. His brother played for us. He's on our, what's it called? Our practice squad last year, but out of BYU. If I'm looking at my wide receivers, Elijah Higgins, I'm pretty high on Elijah Higgins, man. I'm very high. I had a 5th round grade on Elijah. Bryce Ford Wheaton, I have a higher than him. Let's see here. Where do I have Ronnie Bell? I've got Ronnie Bell below those guys. Our Purdue guy's gone, sadly. That breaks my heart. So my top rated guy that we have at the wide receiver position, as I keep scrolling down, just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, I think it's going to be Bryce Ford Wheaton, and so let's read their profiles. Let's go through kind of how they are, because I think these are the guys that are in the mix for sure. Right here, Bryce Ford Wheaton out of West Virginia, big dude, 6'3", 221. He's fun, 7 touchdowns. He's a big dude, size and ball skills. He could do returner upside, all that stuff. He's developing. He does have drop issues. Niners love that. But yeah, he's kind of your absolute freak, whatever it comes to size, weight, height, weight, speed, deep field threat. That's what he is. He was a running back in high school. He was recruited as a running back. He's a big bodied guy. Now, we look at Elijah Higgins, similar, 6'3", 235. Big dude. Contested catches aren't his thing, though. Incredible combination. They're very similar. That's why I got them stacked. Looks like a tight end, but moves like a wide receiver. Yards after catch, creative mismatch, developmental upside. Not very good against press. Played a lot in the slot. So, he's the big slot type guy, like a poor man's, how do I say this? Jalen Hurd, what Jalen Hurd could have been, right? So we got Bell or Higgins there. I like that. Is the fullback still available? The fullback is still there, I believe. Are we cool going fullback that early? Hunter Lepke's there. I ain't mad, guys. Let's check guard first, and then we'll kind of, because we don't have a guard. Now we could take a tackle and kick one inside. Caleb Chandler, Alex Forsyth. Man, this is rough. This is rough. This is bad. We could move a center over, Jake Andrews. I like him. Man, this is rough. Antonio Maffei's there. I don't know if he would even fit this scheme. 6'4", 339. I just don't think he can. Guard only. He's so big. He's just the biggest dude. He's just gigantic. So part of me says, I like him, but again, I just don't think that he fits what the Niners do. Is Asim available? I saw him over on the tackle spot. I think they got him wrong. I think this might be the play right there. Asim Richards. They have him listed as a tackle out of North Carolina. I have him as a swing guy. I think that his best spot is going to be guard. He kind of fits the whole 49ers everything. 6'4", 309. Kind of does very experienced, played mostly left tackle, but took snaps at left guard, right tackle, can play everywhere. Combination, nasty streak, question mark about athleticism, inconsistent footwork, bad leverage. But at his best, when he locks onto the defender, wish he did it more. Basketball player. I've got a 5th round grade on him. This is, yeah, I didn't have him on my list because I got him graded as a guard who could play tackle. So, all right, here's the question. And we got Asim Richards, who I like a lot. We would move him into guard. We have Cameron Peoples, the running back, or we have our fullback. We can go Hunter Lepke. So those are kind of the 3 guys I'm thinking here, because we're not picking again for like 100 spots. So almost all these guys should be gone. Maffei is kind of like Banks. He's even bigger than Banks, right? But yeah, you're right. Similar. And, if you just want a powerhouse, that fits. It really, really does. But I have, what's his name, graded higher, Asim. I like Asim there anyway. Lots of tight ends. We're going to wait there. So, man, part of me just says, I want to go Asim. Yeah, take Asim. David said, take Asim. I think it's a 49ers guy. It really, really is. So here we go. Let me type this in here. We're going to put him at left guard. We're going Asim Richards at number 173. Boom, book it. We got 4 out of 5. We have put a huge emphasis on the offensive line. It might not feel that way. So, might not feel that way. We've got 4 picks left. We've got Jake Haener at quarterback, wide receiver Tank Dell, only one wide receiver. And then it's all O-linemen. Trevor Reed, Louisville, left tackle, Asim Richards, left guard, Victor Oluwatimi, center, and then right tackle, Braden Daniels. That's where we're at now. All right. So now let's see. We're 6th round, pick 216. Let's see what we got. Again, I said beforehand. Oh, we got it. If Hunter Lipke is there at the end of the 6th round, which is where we are, pick 216, I'm running that damn card in. So I feel pretty damn confident right here. I'm taking this cat. I said I was going to do it. I'm doing it. I got to be true. Got to be true. So we're taking him at the end of the 6th round. I don't care who else is there. He's going to be our flex guy, and we can put him wherever we want. I'm telling you. Let me read, because I think I could say I like him, but every single time I read my draft write up on our draft write up on him, again, shout out to, we had a lot of people help. Josh, who's in the chat, Brian Carter, Brian White. Yeah, we've had a lot of people really, really help build this draft. It's not even a draft book. It's like 7 documents, but whatever. Here's Hunter Lepke, 6'1", 230, rush crush, baby. Listen to these stats. 98 rushing attempts for 619 yards. Dude had 6.3 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns, 14 receptions, 196 yards. He's good at everything. Competitiveness and toughness, versatility, upside in the passing game, hybrid offensive weapon, great blocker, played in a pro style system already, can run routes like a slot guy. You want to put him at tight end? No problem. He's short. He'd be the fullback, kind of move guy behind the line of scrimmage. He's so fun, man. State championship in wrestling, academic honor award. Like, he's just, the dude does everything. So I'm taking him. I don't care. I don't need to look anywhere else. Now, here we are in the 7th round. We need a wide receiver, tight end, running back, and a right guard. All right, here we go. Let's go check wide receiver. We got to get one. Oh, Ronnie Bell's there. Whoa. All right. Elijah Higgins is there too. So if this gets to the question, I'm not even going to look at other positions. We'll fill those as we go. That we're all in the 7th round now, so we just got to fill spots. I don't know. Maybe we got to look at tight end. People are going to get mad at me in like 5 seconds right here. Oh, almost all the tight ends went. Braden Willis is there. Anyway, all right. Now, let's go back to wide receiver. Ronnie Bell fits what the 49ers do perfectly. They've met with him several times. Move guy. I probably watched more Michigan tape than I ever care to admit. I hate Michigan, but they've got a lot of draft prospects that fit the 49ers. He just does everything. You want a returner, you want a jet sweep guy, you want all those things. I have Elijah Higgins rated higher, but the problem is this. I think Elijah Higgins is a better prospect. But who's a better fit for the 49ers? And there is no doubt there. It's Ronnie Bell. And so because of that, I think I'm going Ronnie Bell. 100% right here. We're at 222. So I'm going wide receiver out of Michigan. 2 Michigan guys. Gosh. Nobody tell Wayne. All right. Ooh, Jonah Tavai's there, but we're just doing offense. Let's go check out the tight end position. Let's see if we lost here. All right, there's a lot of guys here. This is the thing. We missed out on all the stud tight ends that I was in love with, but I ain't even mad. I'm not mad because I love Leonard Taylor, tight end from Cincinnati. He is great. He is a perfect 49ers player. I like Braden Willis from OU. Not my favorite, but man, Noah Gindorf out of North Dakota State. If you want a blocking tight end, that dude is a freaking tackle. That's just what it is. Like, you've got great options that are just sitting here. Now, let me look at what I got. I can hear CG just yelling at me right now, and I love it. Love you, CG. You the man. Let's see here. Where are we at? My rankings, I have Braden Willis the highest. Then I have Noah Gindorf. Then I have Zach Kuntz. You see where I have Zach Kuntz? Then I have Leonard Taylor. So just in my tight end rankings on my big board, it goes Braden Willis, Noah Gindorf, Zach Kuntz, Leonard Taylor. So let me go through my profile write-up on him, Braden. Um, he was interesting because he never really lived up to what everybody wanted him to be. The Niners met with him. He's 6'4", 239. 39 catches, 514 yards, 7 touchdowns. He's pretty good. Lead blocking and blocking in space are good. Really loves to block. Efforts there all the time. Pancakes guys, functional athleticism. It's just role specific. He can catch. And another thing, one of my reasons why I don't like OU's offense is it's just so hard to grade the conversion to the NFL. It's one of the most hyperactive, and now USC has the same thing going on. Like it's different. You never see players in space, whether that's offensive line, like you will. They'll never see that. Like it's a one-on-one football game whenever you watch OU or USC play now. And so that conversion into the NFL is difficult. A lot of people make it. But yeah, he could kind of do everything. Yeah, CG says Willis Swiss Army knife. I'm going with you here, buddy. Let me make sure we write it down. Tight end. It's not the guy that I'm in love with, but we sacrificed tight end for offensive line play. And we'll see once we're all said and done with this bad boy, what that looks like. So now we got to get a running back and we got to get a guard. So we've got 2 out of 3 picks. Let's go check out the running back position. Cameron People's still there. I don't even care. I love this dude. He is a rush crush. I would be fine if they took Cameron Peoples in the 5th round. We get him here in the 7th. PFF's really low on him. I think they're wrong, but that's just what it is. So now let's go look at the guard, and we might even look at tackle to move somebody in, right? Let's see here. Where are my guard rankings? There we go. Is Nick Broker still there? He's gone. I like a lot of these centers, but I'm not liking a lot of these guards. Mark Evans available? Man, they're like all gone. All right, let's take a look at the tackles then. Or I could just click on both. TJ Bass. I think Bass could move inside too. I don't mind him too much. Mark Evans. There's Mark Evans. There's my guy. That's who I'm going to go right there. Mark Evans, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Let me just do my draft right now. I don't love him. But again, I really thought that he would be a good player. 6'2", 303. And, he doesn't have measure. Again, he played tackle, but his arms are just too small. His measurables are just not great. He's going to move inside. 4-year starter. Love his mentality, man. He just punishes people. I put definition of blocks through the whistle. So many teams won't have him on his board because of metrics, but he's a zone fit, plays mean. I really did like him. So with our last pick in the 49ers offensive only draft, we are going Mark Evans, the second out of Arkansas Pine Bluff, APB, baby. We got it. Now, I'm sure we're going to get just butchered in these grades. That's okay. Me and PFF have a love-hate relationship, and that's okay. Braden Daniels, we got an F. Tank Dell, A+. Victor, D-. Jake Hayner, D. Trevor Reed, F. Asim, F. Because, again, this goes off of needs, and we didn't do that. That's not what this was. Hunter Lipke, D+. Ronnie Bell, C+. Brady Willis, C+. Cameron People, C+. Mark Evans, B-. They butchered us, man. What did we do to you, What did we do to you? That's what I want to know, but that's okay. Doctor says, I've got a fever. The only thing that I wish I could do a Christopher Walken. I wish I could. The only thing that could cure it is more podcasts. That's right. Need more cowbell. But let's look. I like our team. It's not bad. And I think it's an interesting approach to best player available, right? And yeah, we will do an all defensive episode later this week. Talking with Eric Crocker, try to figure out a time to get him on the show. Obviously Tuesday, we've got the John and Wayne show. So yeah, we'll see kind of how that looks. I've got a bunch of, I appreciate everybody that sends questions and emails and all that stuff in. I've got a list of Q&A that I want to get through. Probably do that tomorrow. So we'll be doing that probably tomorrow. Big Papa says, find that exercise was educational. That's the goal. Just a different perspective, perhaps looking through at all these different things. Hopefully that happened. Hopefully that worked for some people out there. And if you are wanting to learn more, again, the 2023 49ers Rush NFL Draft book is out. The only place to get it is on Patreon, and we got a free trial set up. Just type in 49ers and Patreon. First thing that pulls up, sign up. And on top of that, we are going to continue on Wednesday our 1994 season watch parties. Man, we had a blast last week. We did the what's it called? The Falcons game, the Andre Rison, Deion Sanders fight. It was hilarious, man. This week, we got the Creamsicle Buccaneers, baby. Trent Dilfer, Hardy Nickerson. Ooh, it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be Wednesday. Again, all Patreon members, go check it out if you haven't yet. 400-person community over there. We're putting out content almost daily during the week. I'm going to be doing a bunch more draft breakdowns, and as soon as you sign up, you get access to everything. So that's where that's going to be. So anyway, appreciate you guys. You are the absolute best. The luckiest man in the world every time I get to hit record and talk with you guys. So thank you. And until next time, man, 2 weeks. Oh, it's going to be fun. Can't wait. Till next time. Stay strong, faithful.